Alright, Meltoad, I'll give you attention, jeez. Knowing this guy for one episode and all of a sudden he's all over your case. Greetings all, it's Blue Knight and welcome back to Super Luigi Galaxy. Previously, we started off Dusty Dune Galaxy and got some of the stars there, including the last green power star, so now we have access to the Galaxy Trials. Today, we're gonna start things off by going to, I believe it's Honey Hive Galaxy to find where our twin Luigi is. I would have done this last episode, but to be honest, I didn't hear the chime go off from Meltoad because I have the audio on my TV lowered so much. So we're gonna head to Honey Hive and go find Luigi, our twin Luigi, right now. So if we head to B Luigi Takes Flight, we'll have to spot the bee mushroom once again in order to find where our twin is. Ground pound down to get to that bee mushroom. Because we're gonna need this to find where our twin is, like I said. And it's actually not too hard from what we saw on the mail. All we have to do is fly to the other side. I was gonna fly to the other side, thank you. Just because of you, mister, I got hit by that flip bug. Now I gotta get that bee mushroom all over again. Thanks a lot. Caused a lot of inconvenience for something that's so minor. So as I was saying, all we have to do is just fly across the gap in order to find our twin Luigi. Let's go back up here. Then jump. Hover just enough so I can land onto the water over here. Then we can jump up this. So we can jump up a launch or a sling star here. I guess I was wrong. And since we don't need the bee mushroom to get to where I need to go again, or no, I don't. What am I saying? All we have to do is just climb this wall again, like we did so long ago. Adjust the camera a bit, and then work our way up, and we can see Luigi's right over there. Get rid of this flip bug in the meantime and collect all these star bits. Might as well come away with something other than just a power star. Hit him off the tree, and just like that, we found our twin. Ow, 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 ow. Oh, hey, me. I hate because of that big scary bug. Let's get the power star and go home. It wasn't that big, Luigi. I mean, come on, you saw that I could handle it pretty well. I was confident that you could do it, but I guess not. I guess deep down inside, you are a scaredy cat after all. So let's get our power star and be on our merry way with double Luigi power. And that takes us back to the, I believe it's the Terrace Dome. It's been a while since I've had to go to anywhere in the terrace, so that's why I was very hesitant on what I was saying. A new chapter's been added to the storybook. We'll be seeing that till much later. As long as we're here, we might as well feed this hungry Luma. He's in the way, so I figured I might as well just get him out of the way when we have the chance. Besides, he is on my agenda today, so this actually works out pretty well. So if he with his staggering 800 star bits, and he transforms. Well, you should guess it by now. Another 1-star galaxy. This is Big Mouth. So let's take this this pink launch star and go to this new galaxy. And here we'll find Big Mouth's gold bait. Also, I should have got my 20 1-up mushrooms from Meltoad. I'll be sure to do that off screen. That's provided he does have that available, since the first time that I did have to see Meltoad today was to get that mail from our twin Luigi. Which I would have not been reminded about if I didn't check my mail on the Wii menu. That's how I was able to remind myself on how to on where to find Meltoad. Because I didn't hear his signal go off when I did go by him momentarily in the last episode, and I haven't edited that video yet, so if it wasn't for the Wii menu, I would have never been able to come across Meltoad. Now we actually got one up here. That's good. We'll come away with 25 1-ups potentially, if I can still get those 20 1-up mushrooms from Meltoad. Let's talk to Grandpa here. or Sensei. I have no idea what his name is, if I have a name. This is my hideaway. It's the perfect spot for fishing and being left alone. Yeah, I get the idea. So we can hit this Koopa Troop and get a shell, but it's not gonna work on this specific chest. So we read this billboard. This chest will open only for the shell that shines. But we can use this Koopa Troopa shell. Actually, I want to extinguish all those torches first. Coin. And another coin. I thought one of them would have star bits, but I guess I was too hopeful. Sorry, game. I wanted to be a little hopeful of what you can have in store, but I guess that's not gonna happen. So another thing we can use with the shell is that we can direct the light into vanquishing these boos. So that's another helpful thing we can use with these shells. It'll also be very helpful to aim your shells when you need to take out an enemy. Okay, so for here we need to collect more star chips in order to form another launch star. Okay, where's the third one? It should be in the reef somewhere. I want to get hit by one of these gringles. I probably should have got back and get a shell to avoid damage from these gringles, but we're doing pretty well so far. We already got 4 star chips as is. The last one should be in the center somewhere, in the middle of these jellyfish. Okay, this works on Sling Star, but it still works just the same. That's a really big jellyfish we just passed by. I don't want to get caught in the stickers of that thing. We finally found the golden shell, so that we can take them back. That's before I get all these star bits first, and I don't want to run into any of those whirlpools. Let's get our star bits first before we can head back to the Sensei and get our prize. Or I could just miss the rest of the shells, the star bits. Or I don't have to. I can just get it from the other side right here. I wonder if there's a way we could get over there without having to use the Sling Star. I feel like there is. We could probably just do like a simple jump and then spin and then somehow jump again in order to get to those to get to that overside without needing a Sling Star. I'm pretty sure I saw a glitch long ago where we could do that. But I'll do it the intended way because that's how the developers intended for the player to do that, so I'm gonna show it off. Realistically, I know how to vanquish all these boos. I just want to do it because I can, because this kind of thing doesn't really show up too much in the game where we find boos underwater. Come to think of it, this might be the only time in the entire game that such a scenario exists. So we're gonna take this. What if you have anything different to say? This is my hideaway. No, it just says the same thing. Fine, I'll leave you to your own devices, mister. And we'll see that Captain Toad appears with that gold chest. Man, that was close! Oh, Luigi, I almost forgot to tell you something. I was trying to get a star, but I fell into this treasure chest. Let me tell you, it's even smaller than it looks. Anyway, here's the star I found in there. No, really, it's yours. Even though it is mine, you still got your hands on it first, so I'm gonna give you a little credit, Captain Toad. Even though you did get stuck in that chest. So we're gonna take this power star and be on our merry way. And now we can go back into Dusty Dune to collect the remaining stars in that galaxy. To be honest, my battle plan for today is to collect the remaining stars in the bedroom for the time being, including getting the grand star there. Also, we're almost halfway through collecting all the stars in the game. Man, it only feels like yesterday I just started this Let's Play, almost halfway done. Oh, how time flies. So anyways, we're going back to the bedroom. Wait a minute. I almost forgot again to visit Male Toad. Give me my 21 mushrooms, please. I don't care if this letter is addressed to Mario. I just want those dang 1 mushrooms. Thank you very much, mister. Now have a good day. Unless you're gonna be needy and wanting something else from me. Okay, we're back here in the bedroom dome. Let's see. Yeah, there is only 1 more star we have to collect here. Let's venture off into this This next star, Sunbake Sandcastle. Okay, this one I do remember because it could be kind of stressful at the preview we're seeing, but it might be a while before we even get to that part, so I'll have a little time to have some sort of fun before we can encounter that stressful part. So first things first, we ground pound on this switch, and this will cause this sandcastle to rise. We can collect question coins along the way to get various prizes. It might be just star bits, but I'm pretty sure we might find a life shroom around here somewhere. Speaking of life shrooms, oh, I almost didn't get that one up mushroom. Probably should have reacted a little quicker if I was able to get to that. But I want to get this life shroom. That was the thing that really mattered to me. All the while we had to avoid this cluck boom from trying to bomb us. We take this launch star, and we'll head to the next planet in this mission. If you ever get stuck in sand like that, just press A to jump out. It's nothing difficult. Also, I see a bunch of M's forming a bunch of star bits forming an M formation. Pretty sure I had that wrong the first time around. So this is one of the few things that I really don't like about Sunbake Sandcastle. We have to collect another quintet amount of star chips. But to do that, it's a lot easier said than done because most of these will reside in this little mini castle. More like one of those parts where you see those things sticking out of the castle. I don't know what it's called. I'll be sure to show a picture on screen to explain what I'm trying to get across. But it kind of looks like one of those things that you see on a castle. Let's see if there's anything on the top of this little structure. There was a starship there, so our adventure wasn't completely in vain. I'm pretty sure we could jump down from the top of this little structure. Okay, that's not the starship I was looking for, but there is one that we saw that needed a chest to access to. And I'm pretty sure I jumped down the wrong side to get to that. For some reason, I can just never remember which starship's on which side. It just always confuses me. It might be down on this one, come to think of it. And yes, it is. I have to face 4 in order to get to that. Or realistically, I could just ground pound after getting this this shell. So we'll go back to the switch, ground pound with the shell in hand, and then just time this right while not even paying attention to any of the dry boats, except that guy wanted our attention apparently. Get that, get the final structure before the structure sinks, and we get our launch star no problem. That was probably one of the easier runs I had on this specific planet to get that launch star formed. So a bunch of dry boats have now occupied this space, but we're not going to need to bother with them any longer. So we now jump onto this planet with this big thorny flower. You might think it's just a large thorny flower that you might have to be careful about. It's not. It's really a hidden place for the launch star to be occupied in. There's also a bunch of these crabbers all the while we'll have to avoid. And a Microgoomba too. I want to get to these crabbers first because they do produce star bits should we defeat them. Where the heck did the other one go? I know I saw another one. He must be buried inside the sand. And this aqua turquoise colored crabber that did exist had a mushroom inside. I just want to see if there's anything else that I'm missing on this planet right now. It doesn't seem like it. So we'll jump onto this launch star and head to the next planet. Touchdown. And we see another Pokey and another one up. Man, I'm just gathering a lot of these things today. Okay, we gotta find another, I think there might be another coconut of some sort. Or maybe I do have to defeat it. No, it's thorny, so we're getting something else in order to take it out. So we use the Sling Star. Aha, this is what I was thinking of. You have to launch one of these coconuts onto the other planet that we were just on. This place is filled with coconuts, and besides, they respawn should you do waste one, so you don't have to worry about running out of resources in this particular area. Now, where'd it go? I think I was on that planet for way too long that you spawned. No, never mind. Here it is. Until I line up my shot, and then fire away! Taking out that pokey, but now we gotta grab it on his head to finish the job. I almost didn't do it, surprisingly. I thought I overshot that long jump. Thankfully that didn't happen, so now we're on to the next planet. Okay, this is where the end goal is. We can see this power star encased in this glassy structure, this glass building. Collect all these star bits first. Since they're in the way, might as well collect them all when we have the chance. A lot of them here too. They have a massive ring formed. And now we head to this crate, smash it open, and that has a green pipe which will take us inside this glass building. And it's not gonna be that simple to get to this last star because the sand's gonna start rising or lowering depending on your perspective. So we'll have to race the sand before we get crushed to death. All the while trying to get that power star. It's best that you can wait at least a second or two for the sand to rise up so you can have enough height to get to some specific points of this area. But it's nothing too hazardous or too hard to do. There's a bunch of crates along the way with a smash about star spin too. But again, nothing too major that you have to worry about. As long as you're fast enough and you can time your jumps carefully, then this power star is as good as yours. Like I'll wait here one last time. And where the sand will continue to rise. No, it doesn't look like it. It does have a limit where it stops. But that's okay. We did get our next power star in the process. And I believe this should now put us at the halfway point of this game. Yes, it does. 60 stars. Now, if you could go back to Rosalita, you're actually able to go to the center of the universe now, if I remember correctly. That or might need the next grand star in order to do that. And we got a little bit more time, why not? There's 2 stars here, Dusty Dude. I guess we'll just save the grand star for next time. I didn't think there'd be a couple more stars we have to occupy ourselves with here on Dusty Dude. But that's alright, we can get another prankster comet out of the way in the process. In this case, it's gonna be a speedy comet in Sandblast Speedrun. We haven't seen one of these speedy comets in a while, come to think of it, so I guess it's a nice return that we're seeing this comet in action. And now we'll have to fly all the way back to the starting point. And we have 4.5 minutes in order to clear this thing. This isn't too hard like all of the speedy comets that we already came across, so I'm not too worried about this. I'm pretty sure we'll have more than enough time to complete this mission. Just as I say that, one of the Pokéheads hit me. At least I'll be able to get that coin in the process. Now, I don't think I told you about this, but you don't have to take out this Poké part by part in order to eliminate it. If you can either jump on its head or star spin it like I just did, then you'll be able to kill it instantly. Now at this area, it's not even gonna be worth going after the rainbow star to obliterate all these boulders. I'm just gonna take the sling star and try to save as much time as possible. Well, I don't think the rainbow star was there anyways. They probably thought of that and just got rid of it for this specific star. Now we have to go after this portion to collect all those pole star chips again. Depending on how your run goes on this planet, I feel like this could either cost you very little time or it could cost you a huge amount. That's probably all provided if you can get the pole star chips in as little rotations as possible. Like here, I want to save this one for last, but I was right next to it, so I might as well collect it. And the last one's gonna be a case of this crystal. I was able to get to it. Alright, that was strange. I wasn't spinning at all, yet the crystal broke. I'm starting to see more of these game's glitches more and more by the day. A really odd experience, I'm not gonna lie. We have a little over 2.5 minutes left. So we can either go right or left. I think going left might be the more optimal way to getting past this star. Or getting to this star rather. Because we can skip a bit of the area if we're able to get through this in record time. Or I can just avoid the objective altogether and just take that green pipe at the end, which is actually what I'm gonna do. We already got enough one-ups as is, so I'm not too worried about needing another one in the process. And yes, it does. It takes us all the way back here. Now, it's provided that I don't die. Otherwise, that then I'll have to start this whole thing all over again. Thankfully, all the enemies in this area have these spawns, so you don't have to worry about coming into contact with anything hazardous. I think that might be the case for all speedy comets as well. I don't really remember for sure. About 95 seconds left on the clock, but that should be more than enough time for us to ground pound this to get that structure on the other side of this planet to form, or at least to rise up. And that's provided if I don't dilly-dally enough, then I should be able to get this star. Probably about the same amount of time that I did get it the last time. I'll long jump past this portion just in case to save myself a few precious seconds. And just like that, with only a minute and 5 seconds to spare, we've got our 61st Power Star. And that's gonna do for today on Super Luigi Galaxy. Next time we'll collect the last star in Dusty Dune, because I did see a mystery one that we'll have to find at some point. And if we're fast enough, I'm pretty sure we can take out the only minor galaxy that this dome has to offer, as well as get the Grand Star. Until we meet again, farewell for now.